Emote. That's the thing. It's sort of like viral videos. You never know what's going to be a hit, and that one has turned into a hit. Can't imagine why. Pervs. But it's interesting. Nothing will be better than extremely flathead Rangergasm. It's definitely unique. I will not lie to you. It's interesting. I like it. I'm just highly confused by it. That's it? Okay, well, again, look for that message from me. Oh, another emote idea. Hey, man, emote ideas are always fun. Now that affiliates can have more than just one, this is awesome. You got another snapping turtle? Wait, you mean like as a pet? Nerdy Nematode 28. That's getting there, man. That's getting there. Wait till you enter the age of old, such as I am. Then you'll... Oh, and Animal Crossing. Okay, I was like... I mean, if you want a snap... Again, I'm going to pontificate here endlessly. If you want... Like, it's not socially acceptable to normally have a snapping turtle as a pet. But if you want one, it's fine to have it. It's just the act of actually having said snapping turtle can be difficult to get past that social stigma and actually acquire. Once you have it, you know, then no problem at all. It's the actual get... Anyway, you see where I'm going with this. Oh, man. The flamingos are starting to breed like rabbit. Give me the keys. You know what? That's the beauty of streaming also. I can do it out of my own house. I don't have to drive nowhere. Oh, yeah. Take it out for the night. See y'all later. All right, Deathlock. Thanks, man, for hanging out. Appreciate the support as always. The 28 months going strong, buddy. You are an awesome person in our community. Look forward to seeing you again soon. And take care. All right. Let's try and kill this. I'm going to have to go for a boozy and refill here pretty soon. Getting a little low. As we approach hour 6 in the stream, I think. Somewhere around there. I don't have enough time command. Whatever. I think we're around 6-ish hours, and we're going strong. The later we get into the night, the more of Europe we'll begin to get. And we actually used to have quite a few viewers from Poland and Germany. So I'm hoping to grab some of our Polish and German friends back into the fold. Let them know range lives. Alright. I should not be having this much trouble. This is not an easy boss, but it's not one that I would consider one of the harder ones in the game. This should be doable. Nice, that's better. Okay. The backswing! Alright, we gotta dodge that backswing better, man. God, that's annoying. Early morning language talks. Hey, man, I am a linguist. It does come up. You're in Irithyll talking about Polish language. You know, that was a crazy... That was like a 12-hour stream. I remember that one. That was like the first one where the Polish gang came in. And we had Laura Kettle and some others. That was a good time. And that was Dark Souls 3 too, as I recall. Yeah, in Irithyll. God, that was a good stream. That was a good time. Met a lot of really cool people. That's one of the nice things, too, when you stream. Depending on the hours you keep, if you stream really late, you will catch people from the other side of the world. How awesome is that? I've met people from all over the world because of streaming. It's super awesome. But yeah, I remember Polish. They were trying to teach me Polish, and I was like, God, this seems really hard. And it turns out, yes, Polish is indeed a very hard language to learn. It's one that I would look into, but I don't see a lot of like particular use for it. Granted, I mean, Japanese, yeah, there's not a lot of use for it. Chinese does have a lot of use. I need to practice and get better at my Chinese. My Chinese is limited. I've never studied it. What I know from China is from when I lived there. And as a result, I kind of sound like a hick when I speak Chinese. Apparently, the place I lived in Chinese is sort of equivalent to, like, shall we say rural China. Like, the part of China I was in, people view sort of like people sometimes stereotype the South as being. So when I speak Chinese, my particular dialect that I learned is a little bit unusual. It's not just your basic like Beijing Chinese like you'd learn in a school. So I really need to build up my Chinese vocabulary. I really could. benefit for... Oh, crap, he shoots out an air blast at you. Okay, I remember that. Could be a lot better. I will not lie. Could be better. But, you know, that's one of the things to work on. Fell asleep while watching and woke up to it. Hey, who knows? Maybe that'll be tonight, too. Who can say? I don't know how long we're going to go. We'll have to see how things go. Started the Turtle Army. Lovely. To get a Chinese learning stream going. I could do a Japanese learning stream, but I don't know Chinese well enough to teach it. I can teach Japanese. I can't teach Chinese. One of my proudest accomplishments is that I taught English to a Chinese person using Japanese. That was an experience. That was my girlfriend at the time. I was living in Japan and she's Chinese. We ended up being together for about 5 years. It's unfortunate how things turned out, but she spoke barely any English, but her Japanese was perfect. But I didn't speak Chinese, but I knew Japanese. So in order to teach her English, we used our mutual knowledge of Japanese as the language to use for the lesson. So as a result, using Japanese, I taught English to a Chinese person. I don't know why. That's still one of those things that I just think back on. I'm like, that's kind of hilarious and awesome. Yeah, it was pretty cool. You sound like a hick when you speak English. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. She was the nice thing is, she was a master's student at the time. She's like incredibly smart, so she picked up on things very quickly. She learned very, very fast. I'm an English major. At the time, I was studying. Now I have a degree in it. So teaching English was something that I was already pretty decent at, and then add to that the fact that she was really fast learning. It didn't turn out to be too difficult, but it was still kind of a crazy experience. Like 3 languages were involved in the whole situation there. It was a lot of fun. It was a cool time. But yeah, she's quite smart. I have a thing for smart girls, it turns out, I guess. I don't know. So, there you go. You want to be range raised if you want to be my lover. Better be part of Mensa. Okay, that's a little bit pretentious. I'm just teasing. But yeah, she was quite the intelligent student. She had already passed like the highest level test in Japan, the N1. So she was like fluent, like perfect native fluency in Japanese. And she got a bachelor's from a university in China and was getting her master's in Japan. Quite a smart lady. That's an awesome factoid, Ethan. I'm gonna have to remember that one. Clint Eastwood, man, what a human character. What a guy. Got excited so you become my girlfriend? Heck yeah. Hexy yeah, man. Anyway, that was another lifetime. That's not the lifetime I currently live in. That was another world, shall we say. Wow. Shield Bastion. I thought you had given up on that. Did you go back and try again? Oh, God. Ranger AU. What's AU? Is that Australian? Is that gold? Am I gold? Wait, is AU or AG gold? I'm pretty sure AU is gold. AG is silver. I know my stuff. I don't know. Chemistry is not my strong point. I can do decent in chemistry, but I would not call myself a chemistry whiz. I'm pretty sure AU is gold. Look, I don't claim to be the smartest man. I just claim to be a man that's out here on the internet playing video games for your entertainment. Well, hopefully entertainment. I don't know if it's entertaining or not. Who can say? Alternate universe. Ah, okay. Alternate universe Ranger is basically the reincarnation of David Bowie, if I could. AU is gold, AG is silver. Okay, well, at least I had that right. See, I'm smart. I know the things that are the what? Wait, did I? Ah, we'll get it next time. Never mind, we just won't lose, so we don't have to worry about it. Easy. Here we go. Dragon Slayer douchebag. Shouldn't be a problem. If we die this time, I'm gonna go grab a refill of bourbon because I am out. That was bad. At least you let me heal. Man, alright, I'm gonna go grab a refill of bourbon real quick. I'll be right back. Oh boy, he's giving me a tougher time than I expected, but I'll be back momentarily. Please hold. Alright, that didn't take long at all. And we are back. I feel like we should be able to get this guy without that much trouble. He shouldn't be that hard. Come on. Also, we should probably put the actual video back on. There we go. Okay. Strategies for taking this guy down. Dodge better, be less bad. Probably something like that, right? There we go. Pull the lever. I'm curious to see in the next while here if we're going to start getting some some action from Europe, considering the time. Should be cool. I hope so. Got some folks I haven't heard from for... excuse me? Could you hurry up, though? This is taking a really long time, man. You just stay back there. God, that's a... yeah, we don't want to mess that one up. That takes forever to wait for. Wow. That's obnoxious. Europe doesn't exist, Ranger. God, not again. You hate to see it. Cat's quieted down. They're probably like, Ranger, focus and beat the boss, for goodness sake. We want to go to the strange place where you put candle wax on your head. I'm like, I know. It's just, I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, maybe we should try using the Dragon Slayer axe on him. I don't know. We can use it now. Also, I don't know why I'm getting a little bit of framiness whenever I go through there. That's some CPU damage issue. My CPU? I need to upgrade my CPU. Chat, give me $300 so I can upgrade my CPU. Do it! Do it now! Obviously that was in jest with the earlier things we were talking about. I'll make sure that's abundantly clear. I'm so lucky he missed there. I missed the dodge. God. Totally don't exist. You're not even real. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. It's not the CPU, it's the Dragon Boys. The Dragon Boys are too strong, man. Two strong dragons. Rock Queen the cyborg. If she's waking up at 6:22 a.m., she is absolutely a cyborg. No common human being can wake up at said time. That's just insane. That's not natural. She's not a natural being if she can wake up at 6 a.m. I haven't woken up before noon in years. And look at me, I'm alive. Can't hide anymore. Did you actually sleep though, Rock Queen, or was it just the naps making it so that you stayed up all night? Are you a 24-hour upper? You're a cyborg. Well, I mean, the cyborg will definitely help with the whole not needing to sleep thing. That cannot be denied. This elevator is too dang slow. And Dragon Slayer armor has taken way more attempts than it should. This is embarrassing. I'm considering trying actual DSA against it and see if that's better. If this attempt fails, I might pull out DSA and see what we can do with it. I'm curious to see. Told you, yep. We now have confirmation. Doesn't need to sleep. It's amazing. The steps seem like a really beneficial place for me to fight. Okay. Wow, that was scary. There we go. 15 hours. Oh, good. So you actually got a good rest. I'm glad then. The damage was worth it. Oh! Alright, we're trying DSA just to see how it goes. 3-hour nap, then 5-hour nap, then 6-hour sleep. That is a good sleep. I'm glad you've been able to rest up well. I am tipsy at this point. I'm not drunk. I have some, I don't know why, but to actually have me get drunk, my body's against the concept. It takes a ridiculous amount for me to actually be drunk. So I am tipsy. I am not drunk. However, if the night keeps going on and I have enough alcohol, it is possible that I could become. How do I not have it? Oh, I didn't put on the ring I need. The ninth ring. There we go. It is possible I could become the drunk. How is that still not enough? Oh, because I need the Karthus ring too. Of course, I knew that. No, keep the pendant on there. I'm gonna take off the Chloranthy ring, I think, and we're gonna put on Karthus. There we go. I'm a partier. I wish. The thing, you'd be surprised. I've been to almost no parties in my life. Like, how is this still not enough? What am I missing in order to be able to use DSA? I'm two-handing, I have the Karthus milk ring, and I have the night ring. What am I missing in order to make this work? I don't understand. What am I missing? Nerdy Diva Toad, I need you. Do I have to have the other thing? I guess we're not using the DSA. Huh. What's my strength stat at? Strength's at 15 with two-handing. You know the feeling when you're dreaming and you kind of know you're dreaming, but you can't control anything? Yes, in English we call that lucid dreaming. It's sort of like your body can't move, but you're in a dreamlike state. Yeah. You can use it after you get the hunter's ring. Oh, okay, still need the ring. Gosh, dang it. You feel like that at the moment, but you're awake? That's awkward. Wow, uncomfortable. Now you're saying Stairway to Heaven, you had the last half of a bottle of Maker's. I mean, that's a fair amount of liquor. I can pull out the guitar and sing Stairway to Heaven. Is that what you want, chat? Is Stairway to Heaven what you want right now? I will do it. I'll do it. You can't stop me. I'll do it if I want. If people actually want, I will not do it if it's not required. If it's requested, we will do it. What was the other ring that I had going on here? I think I had the blue Tearstone ring. Did I not? Yeah. All right. Well, we're not ready to use DSA yet, unfortunately. I thought I was. Turns out I was not. Are there other chunkus I could get to allow me to upgrade my broadsword more? I don't know. This I cannot say. Probably somewhere. Oh, well. Let's beat him the normal way. Alright, these things make me, through the fire and flames on acoustic. Oh boy, that, I couldn't play that on electric. I'm not up to Dragon Force levels of guitar playing skill. I'm what you call your classic intermediate guitarist. I picked up guitar in high school literally 20 plus years ago. Wait. Over like about 15 years ago I picked up guitar. So I played guitar for about 15 years. 2 of which have been consecutive. So I'm your classic mediocre guitarist where I have played the guitar for many, many years, but so inconsistently that I'm not actually good. I'm just kind of okay. That's the skill level we're dealing with here. Dragon Force is a little outside of my wheelhouse of abilities, believe it or not. I appreciate your confidence in me. I actually broke his posture there. That was amazing. He fired the shot at me. Last time he didn't do that. Oh, man. You ever just lay on the floor using your house shoe as a pillow and just listen to your shower go? I have no idea what you're talking about. Rockway, it sounds like you're in a delirious state, though. I hope you're all right. Go through the King's Garden and you'll get Chunkus and Estishard. Probably not a bad idea. After this attempt, we will. I don't know if I want to fight Osiris immediately, but probably worth doing. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Lay on the floor using your house shoe as a pillow and listen to the shower go. That was indeed a home improvement, Tim Allen. Thank you for catching that. I'm not sure anybody in the history of the stream has commented on that when I've done it. I don't do it super often, but I don't think it's ever been commented on. So thank you for making me feel validated. Queen short-circuiting. That's because she's. We have to ask her the age-old question. Do robots dream of electric sheep? Do you dream of electric sheep, Rock Queen? There we go. Pop quiz for chat. What famous sci-fi movie directed by Ridley Scott is based on the book Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, but was later retitled after a different book? That was a little early, but he missed, so I'll take it. That was scary. Blade Runner. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Blade Runner was actually a book that was about a person who was smuggling medical blades in a place where for some reason they were outlawed. And they liked the name of it, so they took the story of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep and the title of the book Blade Runner and combined them, and that gave us the hit cult classic Blade Runner. Yeah. Great movie, Rockweed. Highly recommend. Not electric sheep, but electric... What? Sausage pizza, exactly. Rockweed dreams of sausage pizza, so we say. Wings on the side, you just watch someone get denied. What is going on? I think chat's starting to lose it as much as I am. And I respect that. I like it. If we're going to get fully up to Drunk Souls, then I need to keep enjoying my bourbon. Blade Runner, though. Great movie. Oh, Ethan, are you feeling unwell? I know the feeling from drinking too much and feeling irpy to the stomach. I feel you. Rock Queen. I know what you dream of, and believe me, I feel you. I feel you. I'll put it out. I feel you. Cool. Anyway, putting it on the list. Oh, right, Blade Runner. That's what we're talking about. Right, that's what I meant. I feel you and want to see Blade Runner. That's what I was thinking. Any nard. That will not hit me, sir. You've yet to hit me with that attack. Those attacks you hit me with. It's on Netflix. The original Blade Runner is on Netflix. I haven't seen 2049 yet. I need to see that. Oh, that's right. European Netflix might be different. Ugh. I hope not, but it is possible that it is different, yeah. Unfortunately. 6 hours into the stream, and we've lost all sense of being. I think it's on there. I mean, if you get the chance, it's good. Just the ending soliloquy. Well, it's not soliloquy. It's a monologue. The ending monologue is so good. Oh, my God. I still think about it. Look forward after work. Right on. What time do you start work, Rock Queen? 2049 is so good. I need to see it. I know I need to. I just don't have a form of media that has it yet. You know what we could do, though? I do have something called Twitch parties unlocked, or viewing parties. We can actually watch anything on Amazon Prime, plus select other movies and videos on stream together, apparently. That's a thing that Twitch told me I have access to. Some sort of beta. Gotta go soon. Oh, well, I appreciate you being here tonight, though. That's really cool. Oh, God, Ethan's gone. Ethan's gone, everybody. Ethan's gone. The origami unicorn, buddy. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. That makes 100% sense. Presumably, we're talking about Blade Runner. You're worrying me, man. I hope you're okay. I rolled at the wrong time! Ah, dang it. Yeah, Ethan's having a rough time of it. It's Drunk Souls night, baby. And I'll drink to that any day of the week. Alright. I should be able to beat this guy. This is embarrassing that's taken me this many tries. Carthus Flameark, why are you not carrying me? I need you to carry me. Gee, how many people are playing Dark Souls on Twitch right now? Are there a lot of people? Where are we on the list on Twitch? Can somebody check that? See where we are on the list. I want to know if we're heading towards the top. I want to be the top, dang it. I want to be the guy. It's freaking 11:11 my time. Rock Queen, no worries. Fully understand. Thanks for dropping in. Very, very appreciative to see you. Have a great day at work. Hopefully, I have gone to sleep and I'm not still on by the time your work is done, but who knows with how this night's going. You have a great day and take care. Go ahead and add our Carthus Flameark. I don't know. I'm sure Dark Souls 3 is very popular. I just am curious. Are we moving up the chain of command so that new people will be like, well, this guy must not be a total loser. He's got people watching him. And then they'll come join the community and our tendrils will extend further out as we gain more and more support. And they can't kill. Oh, I've died. That's unfortunate. I just hope Ethan's stomach feels better. One of the worst feelings ever when you've had too much to drink is where you're just sitting there and you look up and like you try and lay down to sleep and the room is kind of like doing a spinny thing and it hurts your tummy. Ugh, I hate that. I remember oh, it's not listed number of viewers. They've changed. Probably in a good way. I remember one of the most drunk I've ever been was an experience in China. It was Chinese New Year. I was with my fiance at the time. And we were at her family's house, and they had company over because of Chinese New Year. You know, everybody you know is coming over. And there was a guy who had heard the American is in town. And by town, I mean village. It was a village of like a couple thousand people. Fun story on the side. Ask me sometimes to tell you about the time that I made friends with a village elder, and he gave me extremely expensive prize tea because of a conversation we had. But anyway, that aside, there was a guy who was like, I've been waiting for my chance to meet the white guy, the American. We're going to have a drinking contest. And we had a drinking contest. And originally it was going to be beer, but he had a stomach condition, which somehow he said meant I can't drink beer, but I can drink hard liquor. So what we did was we had Chinese white liquor, which is very, very strong. It averages around 60+%. And we had wine chasers with it. I've died. And I was so gone. Oh my God. I got sick that night. My fiance's family was very accommodating. But it turns out doing Baijiu shots at like 60+% and chasing it with like 15% wine is a good way to get sick quickly. I did win the drinking competition. There was money on it. I won like $200. I woke up with 200 more bucks in my wallet than had been there previously. And I'll tell you this, which was the weirdest thing. My Chinese at the time was like not particularly good. But there was this weird dude sitting next to me during it. And sometimes there'd be a lull in the shots. And there was this weird guy that was like obsessed with talking to me. And once I hit a certain point in alcohol, like I just could understand everything he was saying. I kid you not. I went from being like able to pick up some words and phrases to suddenly we're discussing like geopolitical economic situations in the world. And he's like, holy crap, this white person knows what's up. And I'm like, I don't know why I know what you're saying, but I do. And it was the weirdest thing ever. And he was very friendly. But after a certain point, the baijiu plus wine got to the point where I could no longer understand the geopolitical conversation we were holding, and instead it was more of a bleh. I won, but I paid for it dearly. I will put it that way. My stomach was not the happiest after that situation. The thing that helps me after I've been drinking way too much is to have somebody rub my back so that it distracts me from the horrific angst and pain that I'm in, so that I can fall asleep. Like, I like having my back rubbed. So having my back rubbed is enough to usually get me to sleep when I'm in the middle of a drunken stupor, but it was quite an experience. I just remember sitting next to this dude. I've hammered down like 5 or 6 shots of 60% baijiu, which is Chinese white liquor, chased with wine, and he's like talking about European geopolitical interaction with China, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Ranger, why do I understand what he's saying, and why am I responding? This doesn't make sense. I shouldn't be able to understand. I don't know this vocabulary. It doesn't make sense. So, like, my subconscious took over and was like, okay, you're drunk. I will now do the work for you. Subconscious, come back. Make me fluent in Chinese again. I need it. It was a weird time. It was a very weird time. Dude, Zima, you know where it's at. 100%. 110%. But I got relatively sick. The other story, which I do share from time to time, so some of you may be familiar with it, is when one time in China, and this was also in February around Chinese New Year's, I got horrific food poisoning. And food poisoning is not something uncommon in China, I would say, but also something you do not want to deal with. So my fiance at the time, she lived sort of out in the sticks. Like, she lived in literally a village with like a chief, and it's called a village. They did not have indoor plumbing. I got horrific food poisoning to where I was needing to run to the bathroom, where my butt basically modeled a shotgun and was just exploding out horrific spray and pray type tactics. And there's no indoor plumbing. It was below freezing. It was probably like Fahrenheit, negative, maybe like 0 or -1. So that's going to be in Celsius. It was around -10 or 12. And there was no indoor plumbing. So I needed to run to the toilet because of this food poisoning. Probably once every 15 to 20 minutes. And it was bad. And how it worked is basically there's a hole in the ground, and imagine kind of like a bathroom urinal, but turned on its back. So you have like a high area and then a place that scoops down on the floor where you're supposed to, aim your chunkules into. Well, when you've got shotgun pellet spray diarrhea, it does not go where you want it to. And here's the thing, there's no running water. So you'll hang over this sucker. I'm in like an outbuilding outside in the courtyard in 0-degree temperatures, trying to shotgun aim food poisoning into a hole roughly the size of, like, your fist. And how do you get the stuff to go down? How do you wash it down without running water? There's a bucket next to the toilet with a ladle in it. And you take the ladle out and you pour it, and it's supposed to wash stuff down. Well, guess what happens to a bucket in 0-degree weather? The ladle is frozen into an ice block, and I can't actually wash anything down. So I'm dying of food poisoning out in a frozen ice box in 0-degree weather, trying to shotgun food poisoning into a target roughly the size of my cornea, and I can't even wash it down because the bucket is frozen. And that was like 3 to 4 times per hour for hours on end. Anyway, if you're still here, you have quite the stomach. And I appreciate you sticking around after I get a little bit too personal. But that was a horrible experience. Hanging your raw Djibouti out over a in-ground toilet with no running water in 0-degree temperatures where the ladle bucket is frozen multiple times per hour. One of the worst experiences of my life. Not fun. Not fun. But you know, I mean, it was an experience. I have an experience. I don't think I've told that story since the first ever 24-hour charity stream back in March of 2018. It's been a while since I brought that story up. And at the time I told it, it was like 2 or 3 a.m. and there were only a few people who were actually active watching, as far as I'm aware, and it was interesting. Oh, Vermont. I know Vermont can get cold. That's the land of mountains. But yeah, that was an experience and a half. Thankfully, the fiance's family was very helpful. I was a little bit in a stupor being that sick. I don't know exactly what they woke up to, but I do not envy my fiance's dad for whatever he had to do in that bathroom to clean it after. But I appreciate it greatly. He went out as early as possible when shops opened to get me some electrolytes, like some Gatorade, like Chinese equivalent of Gatorade, so that I had electrolytes because I was so dehydrated. Like, they took care of me. But the actual act of having to go out into that little frozen ice box where I couldn't even wash down the duty, that was an experience I will never forget. Oh, come on! What's that hitbox? It was not fun at the time, but it was an experience. 9 times in 8 hours? Oh, God, Ethan. Diarrhea is terrible, but honestly, I think puking is worse. Like, throwing up, man, you get worn out, your chest gets sore, your throat hurts, your teeth get all hurting because of the acid. Like, throwing up is the worst, man. Your whole body hurts after puking. Like, I feel you, dude. That hurts. To the safety of the elevator. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. We can beat this guy. Me and my dad were hiking up to the high point. 60-mile-an-hour winds. Woo! That's chilly. 60-mile-an-hour winds is going to make 35 with wind chill be like -degree temperatures. All right, Faye. Drop it on us here. No pun intended, but drop it on us. Drop the story deuce. All right, I'm gonna take a little sip of my bourbon here before we go in to fight Dragon Slayer armor again. He's tough. He's not an easy boss. I don't remember having this much trouble in the past, but you know, I was probably more sober and aware at the time. Who can say? No cover at all. Yeah, that must have been felt like the feel must have been below 0. That's intense, dude. That's crazy cold. The relief of vomiting is nice. I mean, it can be. It depends on the situation, right? Like, if you do, and then you feel like your stomach feels better, yes. But if it's like what Ethan was describing, where it's multiple times like that, like, and you feel like I puked, but it's not done yet, that's like abject. That's abject horror. You do not want to have to deal with that. That's... If you're super drunk and you puke and you feel better after, that is a huge... Oh, that is a huge relief. I will agree with you on that one. Being from Arizona, you weren't prepared for that level of cold. Yeah, I would imagine not. Had a wave of the flu go through. Almost every resident and staff came down with it within a week. Ooh. 30 people all vomiting and shitting themselves. That sounds like a fun workplace environment. Good times to be had for all. Wait, within 4 hours of it hit, that's kind of absurd. Must have been a crazy stomach bug then. I guess the vomiting and diarrhea got it all out of the system at least. There's something to be said for that, for sure. Oh no. Oh no. Most people were good within 4 hours. Cartoon shenanigans. Kind of, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have a feeling I know how this is going to end. Alright. At this point, Dragon Slayer armor has just become a vessel for us to talk about poop stories. the fact that I'm fighting him doesn't even factor into the stream anymore. This is just about talking about poop stories. That's how you know you're in a good stream, folks. You're sitting there thinking like, should I be in another stream? Can I have more fun? Nah. You have reached the pinnacle of stream perfectness. This is what it's all about. Okay. I'm actually going to focus just a little bit here, as much as I hate to do it. I got so lucky dodging that. I will not lie to you. Stupid dragons are going to start shooting at us. Come on, I was rolling, man. 6 hours on the can. Ooh, God, that sounds not fun. Garbage bag in front of me. Another 6 hours. Oh, no. Every orifice was up. Wait, every orifice? Ah! I don't like the implication of what's going on with that then. Can you vomit out of that? Can you vomit out of that? I hope not. Oh, God, that sounds terrible. That sounds absolutely abysmal. Good Lord. The body is a very strange mistress. And its ideas of how to make us feel better and not sick anymore sometimes sicken me. It's like, oh no, you got sick? Don't worry, I know how to purge the virus. I'll just make you exude juices out of every single orifice in your body for hours straight until you're better. It's like, body, no, why would you do that? It's like, no, I'm in charge here. I will do this. You cannot stop me. And then it proceeds to do that. Hey man, she said every orifice. I was just asking a reasonable question here. Saltines and Gatorade? Yep. Or like Prosabi or something like that? Absolutely. 100%. Look man, I'm just wondering. I imagine it's like sneezing, but from there instead like achoo, poo. And it's like, yep, I'm sick. I don't know. Do you think I know how the female body works? I play video games on the internet for people's enjoyment as a living. Like, you think I know how the female body works? God, no. 3 weeks to be able to eat normally? Oh, God. That's painful. But yeah, just oh, man. Just imagine the Grundle fire from that. It's called a... I'm not done. No. I'm fine. No. Don't worry. I'm fine. You're the one who's not fine. I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine. Just imagining sitting on the toilet and you got 2 bags in front of you. Oh no. Brain. Stop with the images, brain. Okay, I'm fine. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm fine. No, nerdy, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine. There's no problem here. No, that's fine. All right, let's focus on actually beating this boss here. We're gonna beat Queefarella here, no problem. Well, that was a problem. I'm sorry. I just had a moment. Look, man. Look. It's been a long life, and I don't have many things that let me laugh anymore. That was legitimately me losing my marbles. Okay, so let me have this. Just every once in a while, just let me have this. Okay, you gonna let me have it? Doesn't look like you're gonna let me have it. Fine, I don't need it. You're all. I'm fine. I'm fine. Queefarella. Everything and whether or not things are fine is questionable. No, we didn't beat Queefarella that time. Next time, though, we've got it for sure. Also, this boss shall forevermore be known as Queefarella. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. I needed it. Come on, you've had something just hit your funny bone before and you can't control it. Come on. I'm not the only one. All right, I'll take my mind out of the gutter. Fine, or whatever. We will de-gutterize. Something's exploding back there. Well, we're not gonna worry about that. Yeah, I've known a couple people like that, Fabian, where it's like never get sick, but when they do, it's like batten down the hatch. My dad is actually like that. I don't often lose myself laughing. That was more of an uncontrollable laughter than I normally get. So I embrace it when it happens. I apologize to anybody who may have been watching this with parents or some other authoritative figure who were not willing to or were not ready to discuss the finer points of queefication around. It probably makes you feel really awkward. I'm bringing it back. We're bringing it back, folks. All right, back to Serious Ranger now. My timing on that is so off. God, that's tough, man. That's a tough one. Look at Hamlet's falling. Oh, man. This is a stream for the books. It's been a fun one. I will not lie to you. I've been enjoying myself. Had something similar happen to you a couple months ago. Starting to be concerned. Seriously dehydrated with stuff coming out. I mean, it is a legitimate concern about, like, dehydration and electrolytes when it's really serious, for sure. Like, that's not a joking matter. I feel you. Is there ever a serious ranger? That's me most of the time. Like, if you could choose, chat, here's a question I'm posing to chat. If you could have one word that you would use to describe me, what would it be? And put it down in chat right here, right now. Right here, right now. How do you describe me? I have had that sort of level of sickness maybe like a couple times, mostly in my youth. Regal. There's someone who knows how to stroke the old ego. I appreciate that. I like it. No, I've been sick like that maybe a couple times, but mostly when I was younger, so I don't remember it as well. I remember one of the times that I had the highest fever, though. I had strep throat. I was probably like 9 or 8. I was quite young. I had strep throat. Fever is, of course, just like, you know, strep throat fever is insanely high. And I was on a couch, and I remember just being like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I had my hands at the end of the couch, like on the part where your armrest goes, and I was on my knees kind of like holding on to it, and I was an airplane, and I was flying through the room like the sucker took off. I had a high fever, man, and the entire couch became an airplane, and it was amazing until after about 30 seconds or so, when suddenly I realized this isn't an airplane. I'm really sick, and I don't remember much after that, but what I was told by parents is just projectile vomit everywhere. But again, most of my really intense sicknesses have come when I was a kid. Beautiful? Oh. That emote really does capture it. Gonna pick 2 words, friendly and goofy. Those 2 I can get behind. Those 2 I can definitely. Goofy is a great one. Can we call, am I more like regular goofy? Am I a goofy movie goofy? Am I an extremely goofy movie where I find a love interest? Also, an extremely goofy movie soundtrack. I grew up listening to an extremely goofy movie soundtrack for a large portion of my childhood. Look, it was a weird life. I don't claim to understand it fully, but you've got a cute way of walking. You've got the better of me. Like those sort of songs, man, or they were all covers of like the original famous songs. I feel like dancing, dancing, dancing night away. I feel like dancing, whoo, dancing, whoo, dancing night away. Like stuff like that. Oh god, I love that sort of stuff. So yeah, extremely goofy movie. I watched the absolute metric balls ton of, or listened to the metric balls ton of the OST of that when I was a kid. Don't give up. Don't give in. Oh, it's like the future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Come on, man. Like that stuff was made for the Mad Shades. That song. Come on. Come on. I can beat you. You're not that tough. You've got a cute way of talking. You've got the better of me. Feel like dancing. Woo, dance. I'm dead. Man, that's tough. Fever dreams are lit? Yeah. Had a high fever once and you flipped your lid when your dad left for work? Sure, you're gonna die. Yeah, yeah. When you're a kid and you get a really high fever, like, it's pretty trippy, dude. Oh, God, that's horrifying, Zima. You putting the stream on YouTube? You better believe I am. I one new VOD every single day. One new VOD and 2 new episodes that are YouTube exclusives. Every single day on the Ranger Dog YouTube. Exclamation point YouTube and chat if you're interested in following on YouTube. You have to understand something about me. I have had a lot of weird experiences. At the same time, I have no shame. It is so hard to embarrass me or get me embarrassed. And I will say just about anything. Like, believe me, embarrassment does not factor in. No worries. No worries. We've all been there, Fabian, though, where it's just like, well, I don't know, we all have. I've been there, though, where it's just like you're so sick, like life is surreal. Have you ever been so sick you're just lying in your bed, like you have a high fever that's so high, like the ceiling is spinning around you, the room feels like it's 100 feet wide on each side, and you're just this tiny little speck sitting in your bed under your covers in it all. Like you feel just incredibly tiny, like freaking Alice from Jefferson Airplane, the White Rabbit. Like, those are some of the weirdest ones. Just like where the fever dream has you feeling physically the wrong sides. Those are crazy stuff. Rangers, story time with Ranger. I mean, we've had it a few times. I will not lie to you. I do have a few stories which are a little bit embarrassing, but I do tell them. I've got a few stories worth telling. Most of them don't involve diarrhea, but the ones that do, you know those are going to be hits. Hey man, I do have one kind of interesting advantage. I've lived in multiple places all over the world. I've gone to school all over the world. I've lived in more places than most people will ever even move to in their life. It has left me with kind of a number of interesting stories, you know? There is that. As long as you have no shame and you're willing to tell all the embarrassing ones, then, hey, it makes for a worthwhile, engaging time. The snowy area with the ice deer in Dark Souls 2. Oh, are you talking about the DLC? Because that DLC is hard as balls. That DLC is about ruining your life and making sure that you know that your life's been ruined. With the tiger bosses and everything. Oh, God. I on that stream, when we did that, I summoned people to carry me through that. You better believe it. Oh boy, that was scary. That was a close one there. That was very close. Get away! I need to heal. No, the roll time was just a little too off. Ah, man. This is a tough boss, dude. This boss is no joke. No joke at all. We can get him. We're gonna get him by the top of the hour here. I can feel it. We're getting closer. God, he's tough, man. My dodge timing on it's really off. Hugging the toilet, crying. Oh man, that reminds me actually of a story too. I feel you on that one. Back in community college, which is basically high school 2.0 for those of you who have not been to community college yet but are considering going. Me and my buddy would, during a break from class, we would go to a restaurant and order pitchers of a Russian Imperial Stout, like a really strong one, because the classes were just so absurd. Anyway, the waiter there. Anyway, long story short, we pissed the waiter off. He was not a happy man with us, and so when we ordered the pitcher, we kind of retroactively figured out that what he had done was splash some Visine into our pitcher. And if you're not familiar of what happens when something like Visine is added to an alcoholic beverage, imagine the worst, like, being drunk you can possibly ever even, like, conceive of. Like, it can actually kill you. It's really bad. Never do it. But anyway, we got back to the campus. My buddy fell through a hedgerow near the place where we were. Like, to this day, you can still see where the hedgerow is damaged from where he fell through. When we got to the school, I passed out briefly on the physics building stairs. People had to step around me, but, like, we were so screwed up from this guy just jacking us over. Like, we nearly died. But anyway, I can't even believe I'm talking about this. But what ended up happening was my friend ended up falling asleep in a pool of their own vomit. Thankfully, it was on a table and not deep enough for them to, like, actually be hurt. I managed to pull myself to the bathroom in the area. And this was conveniently enough by the area where we worked. And thankfully, our immediate boss was a Scotsman who knew something about this sort of thing, so he was on board. Like, he wasn't mad at us. He understood. I crawled my way to the bathroom, and this bathroom was famous because it had the most annoying janitor in the world. Everybody hated this janitor. So what they did was they would take toilet paper, jam it down the bathroom toilet, and make it so it always flooded. So the bathrooms were always flooded, always disgusting, never cleaned. They were the most disgusting bathrooms you've ever been in. I was so messed up. I'm like prone, dragging myself into the toilet. I'm on the ground in like this flooded toilet Armageddon. I'm like hanging over the toilet bowl of a public toilet bathroom, hurling into it. I just managed to get a phone call off calling for help. I was like, help, dying in bathroom. And I'm literally hanging over a public stall toilet that's made for just being, it took a long time to feel clean again. But it goes to show you, never piss off your waiter because they could spike your pitcher with Visine and almost kill you and cause you to be in one of the most disgusting situations you've ever been in. Anyway, I did survive it. I did get home. I was disgustingly sick until it passed after about like half a day. But if you have to be a special type of like sick and unwell to drag yourself bodily onto the edge of an unclean public school restroom that's known for purposely being made dirty because people hate the janitor there, just to survive. It was one of the worst times, I tell you. It's not good to piss off waiters. I don't know. Well, the thing why we pissed them off was there was a waitress there. There was a waitress there that he got knocked up, and he was literally like in a shotgun wedding where the dad was coming at him with a firearm saying, "You have to marry her." And I think we were just joking like, "God, that must be a horrible situation. You're an idiot. You shouldn't have done that." And it was enough to have him do that to us. So never, even if your waiter's an idiot who literally gets himself into a shotgun wedding because he knocked up another waitress, never piss them off because they will make you pay for it. By far the sickest I've ever been before because of alcohol, and it was because of additives being put into it. Normally, ow, you're not going to get that. But if you put like a Visine in someone's liquor, like be aware that if you do something like that, you could kill them. It could lead to death. It's not something to joke around with. Bad roll. God, that's tough. That's a tough one to dodge. I'm not good at dodging that one. Anyway, yeah, that was an interesting experience. Good times all around. But both me and my friend ended up being okay after it, thankfully. We both survived the incident, and we learned something valuable that day. I don't know exactly what we learned, besides don't piss off your waiter, but we learned it. But man, that was not a fun experience, shall we say. Not a fun experience at all. This conversation's gone into a very morose, dark area. I apologize for that. I should probably try and tell more positive stories. So here's a cool story. Hold on, now I have to think of one. Alright. When I was living in Japan, I had a restaurant that I absolutely loved. It was called Katsute. And if you're familiar with katsu, which is like fried pork cutlet over rice, it is like my favorite meal. And they use a special type of sauce called demi-glace sauce. Just to die for. Anyway, I ended up doing a food challenge that was actually at this Katsute. And this is around the time when, like, before I moved to Japan, I was watching Man vs. Food with Adam Richmond. So it's like food challenges were the kind of the hot thing. Crap. So I did a food challenge at the Katsute, which was I don't know if you're familiar with metric. I don't know how to translate it over very well, but it was 3 pork cutlets and a kilogram of rice, and they're cheese pork cutlets. So like the cutlets have cheese in between them. So it's actually 6 pork cutlets, a kilogram of rice, and an ocean of the sauce that it was made in, all in one bowl, and you have 15 minutes to eat the whole thing. And I actually succeeded, and believe it or not, if you go, assuming the picture's still there, it's been, 5 or 6 years by now, probably about 6 years now. If you go to that Katsute in Okayama now, my face should be on the wall of winners for people who succeeded in completing the challenge. I was the only foreigner up on the wall, but I did complete the challenge, and I ate the entire bokedon, as it was called, and I think it took about 12 and a half minutes. And I succeeded. It was really cool. And now I am on their wall of winners. So, hey, all we needed was a story about positivity, and we can win. It's amazing. But yeah, if you go to Okayama and you're ever at a Katsute that's near the train station around there, if you go to the one near the train station and you look up on the wall of food challenge winners, you will see this ugly mug in a black polo up on the wall of winners for having successfully eaten the entire bokedon challenge in time. It finally has happened, Penguin Knight. Calming Spider. Thanks for the GGs, Zima. Way to represent. Yay. The only foreigner on that wall, I guarantee you. Well, maybe not now. That was 5 or 6 years ago, and I hope my picture's still up there. I actually became friends with the owner, or like the main manager of the place. And I remember one time I went there, and there was like this new worker, and he was honestly a little bit racist. So I'm with a small group, and we order the food, and he's like, "Oh, I don't understand. Can you repeat that?" Right? Like he was pretending he couldn't understand our Japanese. And the manager, who I was friends with, came out and like scolded the guy. And Nerdy Nemoto, thank you for gifting us up to Penguin Knight. Penguin Knight, welcome to the Kennel Club. But anyway, the manager came out to this new worker. He was scolding him. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." He was like, "I'm so sorry. I don't." He was an idiot. He didn't know what he was talking about. And so the guy got screwed over because it was like, we're a little bit of royalty here. Notice the picture on the wall. Yeah, but the guy was trying to be racist to us a little bit, and the manager came and just flattened him. It was beautiful. Oh my God, Nerdy Nemoto, you are too kind, my friend. Calming Spider, welcome to the Kennel Club. Thank you for all the gifted subs. Very generous. But yeah, it was quite the experience. I remember that dude just like getting getting in so big a trouble because he was being a little bit racist towards our group there, because we were all a foreigner group. And I was like on the wall, and I had been a regular there. But I'm friends with the guy, and I actually on Facebook, like last year, I messaged him and asked him about some of the particulars about how to make that dish, because I actually do know how to cook it now. I love cheese katsu. So I asked him for some particulars, and so I'm still friends with the manager of the restaurant in Japan where I won the food challenge. I'm up on the wall, and he's a really cool dude. And I still talk to him, and it was just a crazy experience, you know. Stuff like that lasts with you a lifetime, and I cannot stress this enough. If you are in college or will be going to college, find an opportunity to study abroad. You will not regret it. It is one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I've been all over the world now. I've lived in multiple countries and experienced all sorts of crazy stuff, and you can too, and I highly recommend it if you have the ability. Study abroad, experience new cultures, and forge your own story. It's a lot of fun, and there's some really cool stuff that you might. The Regal Ranger, they didn't know. Oh, as a plebeian talking to me, but it was a really cool experience. However, my friendos, I think that is gonna be it for tonight. If you enjoyed the stream, and you've not done so already, and I know this is unlikely, consider pressing that follow button so you know when we go live. I'm live Sunday through Thursday, 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. EST. Generally, I run 3 to 4 hours on stream. Sometimes we go crazy and go for 7, 8, 12. Who knows, man? But thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did as well. It has been an experience, and I look forward to doing it again soon. Stay healthy, everyone, and I will catch you next time. Take care.